Which kind of operas can be found in the Black Opera database? As I've done my research over the years, I've ran into quite a few subgenres of opera. Obviously, you have your traditional operas and folk operas and jazz operas, but there's also hip opera, and I've seen a composer refer to his work as an R&B opera. There are gospel operas and miniature operas and virtual operas. I mean, the list can go on. Television operas and radio operas. You know, I've even seen a reggae opera, and at first I was a bit confused, but then I was like, you know what?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
If the composer calls it an opera, so do I. The Black Opera database is not in the business of defining people's blackness or defining people's compositions for them. And so if we can, we try to find what the composer themselves called the opera. Sometimes there's contention between the composer and librettist. In some cases, I've seen librettists call the piece an opera profusely because that's what it was intended to be. And the composer used different terms like a dramatic musical or a drama per musica. And sometimes they would use these phrases interchangeably or just use a different phrase in each reference that I've found of their work. I've also noticed that different terms and or titles have been used in reference to the same musical works for marketing purposes. And so sometimes it gets a little hairy when you get into archives and newspaper clippings, depending on who's promoting the show. All that being said, the word opera can be just as insufficient as the word black when it comes to categorizing things. I know that there are some operas in the database that some people would disagree are an opera at all, and that's fine. But here at the Black Opera database, we have the whole spectrum.